looking at me.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and mighty peeps, how are you doing? Welcome back into another reaction video. It's your boy, the multitasker, Mighty Avenger, at your service. I'm doing alright so far. Maybe just a little blah, I guess. Or maybe it's just that, do you ever felt of a familiar song and the kind of the beats that just goes on and on and on and on and on and on? Yeah, it's just one of those moments for me, but at least it was not too bad though. Yeah, busy as usual, but not too hectic, so that is a good thing. And as much as I just wanted to rest up a little bit more, and yeah, I am a little worn out, but it is my day off, so there's that. But also, there are still a lot of things that still need to be taken care of for today, including the new ones, and which is that I do got a recommendation that's going to be later on today. But first things first, there's one clip that I didn't get a chance to do so. That was yesterday. So this is my way to make it up, which is right here and right now. So give me a second. It's time for DeathBattle episode, season finale. Oh yeah. It's Excalibur from Warfare versus Raiden of Metal Gear Revenge. Two futuristic ninja assassins that, you know, kind of things that they get the job done by any means necessary. Even if they would go of a very old-fashioned style, or they could be creative when it comes to stealth, or they just gonna utilizing from katanas to machine guns, but they both are game characters in two separate games. Now, truth be told, I used to play Warfare. That was like years back, but I never got that far. And yes, it is a free game, and that I need to reconsider to get back into it. Maybe I haven't done it on stream, but I think that may gonna need to be changed. So there's that. And also notably for Raiden, if you go back into the DeathBattle history, in the last season, he defeated Wolverine, and that it did leave me nothing but a little bit scars of traumatization, and that, you know, James could have used the Muramasa blade to execute him, but Raiden is just that too quick for him, and that this is one part that not even the Wolverine can heal all the pieces back together, unless you're Deadpool. That would be disgusting to say that, so I apologize. So the question remains is that, will Raiden claim another victory or Excalibur? So that's one question that needs to be seen. So let's do this and let's make it happen. Now, if you are new to this channel and if you like what you see so far, be sure to click and subscribe, and you get notification from yours truly, your friendly neighborhood reactor man, the soul of a Japanese brother man, who is notably as the king of metal / J metal reactor, and just simply just doing the best and just, you know, just try my best. And that's all it is, and I will stick to that. But let's begin, and more importantly, time to react. Season 9.
Wiz, what are you doing in here? It's our day off.
Oh, just conducting some research. I've discovered a Tenno foundry in the process of crafting a new warframe. I'm just about wrapped. What are you doing here?
Sometimes I have these horrible nightmares and I just wake up here in a cold sweat. I don't even think my car's in the parking lot. But what you're doing sounds way more interesting. So tell me, what warframe's your favorite?
Oh, a scientist doesn't play favorites.
Oh, bullshit. Our job is the equivalent of banging action figures together. You've got to have a favorite.
Fine, if I had to pick, I'd go with the very first warframe ever created, the death-dealing techno-organic ninja Excalibur.
You mean he's a cyborg ninja?
And truth is
Raiden
that
from
that
Metal
was
Gear?
one choice I picked.
No, they're not technically cyborgs. More like superpowered biomechanical vessels that are unlike anything I've ever seen. Trust me, this is gonna get crazy, so spoilers ahead.
Yeah, just give me the lore already, Wiz.
Long ago in the Origin system, the Orokin Empire discovered the Void, an extra-dimensional spatial realm that allowed for travel across vast cosmic distances. However, when they sent the first colony ship through it, the Zeraman 10-0, the Void drove all the adults on board into an insane, murderous frenzy.
Huh. Sounds like my first wedding reception.
Okay. The children, though, absorbed the Void's energies, imbuing them with the powers they needed to defend themselves against their mad parents and survive. When the Zeraman 10-0 emerged from the Void, the children were permanently changed. They had become the Tenno.
Well, I'm sure those traumatized little whippersnappers received only the best of care.
If only. Instead, the Tenno were taught to use their Void powers to control warframes through a process called transference. But their abilities were so powerful that the Orokin grew to fear the Tenno and tried to have them destroyed. The Tenno were hidden from the Orokin and put into a deep sleep. That is, until one day, they were reawakened to defend a war-torn Origin system guided by their adoptive mother, the Lotus.
So they're basically sci-fi child soldiers.
Sort of. Though the Lotus does care deeply for her adopted children and has devoted her efforts to protecting as many Tenno as possible. There are almost 50 different warframes currently out there, each with their own unique abilities and combat styles. But I think that the very first created, Excalibur, is the deadliest.
He's kinda reminded me of someone.
A master swordsman with his razor-sharp skana, Excalibur is an expert at racking up quick kills faster than the eye can track. He's unmatched in skill and precision with the blade, especially when augmented by his unique abilities, like Radial Blind, which releases a flash of light to incapacitate nearby foes, or Radial Javelin, which blasts out a wide burst of energy spears. But his greatest and most iconic is easily the Exalted Blade, a sword of light that can slice just about anything to pieces. You don't get much cooler than that.
Huge-ass laser guns, Wiz. Huge-ass laser guns automatically make you cooler.
Funny you should say that. While individual warframes like Excalibur may specialize in certain fields, they all have access to an incredible suite of futuristic weaponry, like the Nuclear, which can fire concentrated beams of microwaves, literally cooking you from the inside out, or the Galaxian, which halts molecular vibrations entirely, freezing you in place. There are guns that fire radioactive plasma, toxic barbs, or even acidic needles. He has, I'm not exaggerating here, over 500 different named weapons.
Man, he sounds like a one-man army.
Oh, you think that's crazy? Excalibur can call down an Archwing, basically a futuristic space jetpack with missiles, force fields, and even the ability to fire miniature black holes.
Okay, yeah, that's pretty powerful.
While warframes usually battle alongside one another, they have had the occasional head-to-head scrap, where they've exhibited the durability to survive even the most powerful attacks that other warframes have to dish out. For example, blasts of concentrated antimatter from the warframe Nova.
Sounds pretty unstoppable, but I think I have someone in mind that might put that to the test.
Okay, do you really want to talk about Raiden? Is that what this is?
Come on, Wiz. Child soldier.
He is talking about him.
Assassin, glorious Nippon steel. It's a perfect match. Raised from childhood to be a trained killer in the war-torn streets of Liberia by the future president of the United States, Jack never knew what it meant to control his own destiny, to live his own life. The only thing he knew was how to kill, and he proved it when he accomplished one of the greatest feats in video game history. Surviving the absolute mindfuck that was Metal Gear Solid 2. Legions of angry fanboys be damned. Solid Snake was yesterday's news.
I only see a few cutscenes.
Birthday suit and all.
Yeah,
Too bad for him that a shadowy extra-governmental body known as the Patriots captured him and turned him into a cyborg for their own complicated purposes. Even after the Patriots' downfall, Raiden struggled to build a life that he could call his own, pulled between his sense of justice and his genuine ecstasy for war.
Well, at least he's got to put his weed skills to work with the weapons he's pulled off the corpses of all the poor souls that dared mess with him. He's got Dystopia, a magnetic sigh that pulls you towards your enemy, or L'Étranger.
Wow, I think you actually said that right.
Which is a convertible staff/whip combination made of arms, plus rocket launchers, claymore mines, EMP grenades, and all his stuff from MGS2. But nothing beats his high-frequency blade he inherited from Jetstream Sam, the Murasama.
I have to admit, the high-frequency blades are marvels. They vibrate at such high speeds that they can destabilize the physical structures of metals on contact, greatly increasing their cutting ability. It's basically robot kryptonite, if that makes sense.
Even with his original high-frequency blade, Raiden could cut through massive metal gears like tissue paper.
And of note, those metal gears were not made of ordinary steel, but carbon nanotubes, one of the strongest materials known to man. The bonds between carbon atoms are incredibly strong, which means that the tensile strength of carbon nanotubes is greater than even the toughest metals, like titanium. Using the high end of potential shear strengths, slicing clean through a building-sized metal gear ray would require an energy equivalent to, at most, 100 kilotons of TNT.
Damn.
And the Murasama is red, which makes
And
it even
yeah, I
cuttier.
said
How else would he have
Muramasa.
had
I
a chance
apologize.
against our Lord and Savior,
Murasama.
Senator Armstrong, and his nanomachine?
I guess I'm thinking
son?
of
Unlike those Beltway
Wolverine
pansies, this hulked out
and
Ant-Brand can
Ninja
hit
Gaiden.
the ground so
So-
hard it splits lava. He was somehow a vastly more difficult boss than the stadium-sized Metal Gear Excelsis Raiden tore to shreds minutes earlier.
And that
Don't
did
F
happen.
with
Holy
this, Senator.
crap.
That is, unless your nickname is Jack the Ripper.
Raiden spent years fighting for justice and denying who he really was inside. And it took his battles with Desperado enforcement to finally realize it. He's a killer, plain and simple, and he lives to test his skills against others.
When he enters Ripper mode, any last shred of inhibition leaves his body, and his strength and skill skyrocket.
And that's exactly what Armstrong saw in Raiden. Living proof of his philosophy in action. Someone who pulled themselves out of hell with nothing but their determination to survive.
But Raiden did not see it that way. Just because he had to fight for survival doesn't mean the whole world had to. And it was only through an act of generosity from Raiden's slain rival, Sam, that he managed to win.
His sword may have been a tool of justice, not used in anger, but the Murasama wasn't that sword. And
No.
with it, he ended Armstrong once and for all, and lived the rest of his life on his own terms. Look, I know we're just shooting the shit, but Raiden would definitely kick Excalibur's ass.
You've got to be joking. Maybe I didn't sell it well
Uh-oh.
enough with my spiel, but warframes like Excalibur are unbelievably powerful, on a whole other level from cyborg ninjas like Raiden.
Oh yeah? We're in the lab, we've got the research done. Prove it.
Okay, the
They're
Murasama is
debating
impressive,
each
sure,
other.
but Excalibur's
Are you
futuristic
serious?
arsenal is hundreds of years more advanced and leagues more varied. Raiden
I
would just
mean,
be
it's true.
overwhelmed.
Excalibur may win in quantity, Wiz, but quality is what matters most. And considering his weapons are mostly made of metal, it won't be any trouble for Raiden to melt right through him with the Murasama, especially with how crazy fast he is. Raiden can run up walls and break dance with leggy, mooing robots
Yeah,
attached to his feet.
it
He can
became
slice
such a
bullets
meme.
out of the air and even boost his reactions with blade mode, where the entire world slows down to a near stop.
Well, sure, Metal Gear characters like Revolver Ocelot can shoot bolts of electricity out of the air with regular pistols, which is probably
Yeah,
around
he can
hundreds
do
of
that.
times faster than sound. I guess that counts as fast.
Oh, please, that's nothing! Raiden can increase his perception to the point that raindrops around him aren't even moving. That might not seem as crazy at first glance, but he's also
Yeah,
able to
I hear the
swing his
music
sword
too.
dozens of times, while time is almost stopped. By my calculations, that'd be about 11% the speed of light.
Oh, is this happening? Is this actually happening? You want a calc off, big guy? Then let's go. Excalibur can literally block a beam of light with his sword. Judging by the distance it moved relative to how far the light beam traveled, Excalibur had to have been swinging at 9% the speed
Wow.
of light.
Cal
Wow.
being dethroned. Look at me. I'm the math boy now.
Look, speed is only part of the picture. Another Warframe, Atlas, was strong enough to smash apart a giant asteroid. Now, Excalibur may not be one-punching asteroids, but he's proven more than capable of wiping out entire platoons of elite soldiers.
But remember, Wiz, you said it yourself. Robot kryptonite. All old Jack needs is one good swing of that Murasama, and Excalibur's getting sliced to pieces. You really think your Warframe can take on a pure-blooded killer like Raiden?
Oh, you really think your cyborg ninja can take on a ghost soldier from the future?
Well, I guess we'll never know.
Oh my
Forever a
god.
mystery.
No way to determine a winner.
Are you thinking what I'm thinking?
Oh yeah, I could definitely go for a beer right now.
No, you idiot. Let's settle this the old-fashioned way.
Oh, yeah! It's time for a death
What?
battle!
What in the- Okay, we are going with yeah,
Doctor,
3D model,
are you
3D
seeing
modeling.
Tenno, an enemy is ahead, and that foundry is crafting a warframe.
No offense, that's a sick blade. No, I know it's a futuristic shuriken, but that is sick though.
Straight to the point. Metal freaks like you usually got a monologue first.
Let's go. Let's go. Okay, they're kind of even. Especially they can walk or run on walls.
Infinite ammo.
Okay, that has to be a joke on purpose. Jesus, I mean, with this kind of animation, it's done.
Yes, I'm in! Mr. Raiden, sir, or can I call you Jack?
What the hell?
What the hell? I'm busy here!
I don't know how he got his codex.
Wait, just listen! You'll never expect your secret weapon!
All right, listen, he's definitely hiding in the cardboard box.
Get out of here!
So, wow, I think he got set up. Okay, things have gotten interesting by the minute. I definitely need to get back on warfare.
It's time to let her rip!
Ooh, you got, wait a minute, where did you get the size? Did you steal it from Raphael?
This is why I fight! Survival of the fittest! The
Let it
rules
rip.
of nature!
My child, you're not done yet. I'm searching your warframe's power systems.
Uh-oh. Oh!
Excellent work, Tenno. Now for the foundry. Oh, it's finished.
It's over.
KO!
Chalk one up for the Calc King. The math boy is back.
Oh, infinite ammo, Wiz! He had infinite ammo!
Sure, and yes.
Yeah,
there's
but
no
that doesn't
100%
count,
canon,
though.
But there was a lot more going on here that eventually gave Excalibur the win.
I guess so. Both were super skilled swordsmen and ninja, and their speeds were almost even. So the
Yeah,
fight was
that's what
ultimately
I
gonna come down to
mean,
whose
because
tech
it
was better.
looked like that they are
And gotta say,
equally
it looks
matched.
like Excalibur just had a lot more to pull from.
Warframes have access to an absolutely absurd amount of varied weapons. Despite Raiden's unique armaments, they were never going to stack up in sheer quantity. And consider specific guns like Glaxian, which can halt molecular movement, a direct counter to Raiden's high-frequency blade. While
Oh.
Excalibur may not always be carrying it, every Warframe is proficient with each of their over 500 weapons.
One blast of that, and Raiden might as well be working with a regular slab of steel. Excalibur was way stronger, too. Sure, Raiden could cut through giant Metal Gear rays made of carbon nanotubes,
yeah.
generating up to 100 kilotons of TNT.
But not as much as Excalibur. Another Warframe, Atlas, was strong enough to smash apart a giant asteroid, meaning it would have to be at least 6 kilometers across, just like the asteroid that wiped out the dinosaurs. Now, Atlas did not completely halt its kinetic energy. By exploiting fissures within the asteroid, he was able to pulverize it to dust.
That means his punch had to hit with an energy of at least 46 gigatons of TNT. Sure, in canon, Atlas is stronger than Excalibur, but they fought and defeated similar enemies, so Excalibur would naturally have to be somewhere in Atlas's ballpark. Even if Excalibur only possessed 1% of Atlas's strength, he'd still be nearly 4,000 times stronger than Raiden. That's pretty consistent with the energy output of Nova's antimatter blasts too. Warframes are just that tough.
Furthermore, even with the high-frequency blade's unique vibrating ability, it cannot cut through everything. Raiden's original blade actually shattered against Armstrong's super hard skin, and required the stronger Murasama to finish the job. Against a foe vastly more durable than anyone Raiden's ever faced, it's unlikely the Murasama would score a kill in time.
Even if Raiden got enough hits in to break Excalibur's shields and eventually land a fatal blow, the Tenno operator piloting would still survive unharmed.
Raiden put up a valiant effort, but Excalibur's absurd arsenal, impressive durability, and raw power
is
put
still
an end
pretty
to
upset.
Silver Swordsman.
Excalibur had the metal and the gear to make Jack R.I.P.
The winner is Excalibur. Told you so.
Okay, so that technically would explains that why would Excalibur would win, and maybe it has to do with DeathBattle being given that kind of sponsorship for that. But to be fair, the Tennos are the strongest, and Excalibur is one of them. So yes, truth be told, that both are equally matched, because when it comes to speed, the velocity, and the arsenal, but Excalibur has more. We're talking about 500 weapons, from guns to swords, any kind of weapons, and for Raiden, he only has the Murasama, and from rocket launcher to claymore, and that's just only less. So that's pretty much that's one thing that he can never equip something that's so much. And in the end, it took a one final blow with the external blade, and truth is that it is a pretty sick looking sword there, and cut it to pieces. Now, it is funny that Boomstick and Wiz just got themselves involved in doing this. So I guess it's basically, this is a death battle mode, and they actually just started to hack into their calls or their comms. So that's really crazy, and that is the first time that we ever get to see that kind of debating from these two. So that is a first, and that's one way to end the season finale with a big bang like that. That is the end of Season 9, and it's very likely that Season 10 will be back, so there will be an announcement at some point. But for right now, next week, Jocelyn the intern is back, and so as the desk of DeathBattle is back with a vengeance. So I believe that is going to be on the 18th, if I'm not mistaken. So I need to take another look at it. But what did you think of that fight so far? Did you consider that you were on the side of Tenno, or that all the Raiden boys still got wishing that it could have been a different option of the outcome to that fight? So I just want to hear your thoughts about this. But it was a fun episode. So it was definitely that serves from the start to finish. But if you guys did enjoy that, let's leave it a like and also leave the comments down below. And I will catch y'all in the next video. So take care, guys, and be safe.